Hey, it's Celeste, and welcome to my booktube channel, and I'm here to film a Saturday bookish chat with you guys. So, the month of October has started out okay, I guess. I like to try to finish a book in the first couple of days, but work has just been, I don't know, a lot. This school year has just started off kind of bumpy. I feel like I have more responsibilities than I have in past years, so I don't know. But I didn't get a chance to talk about my September reading. I really didn't talk about my August reading either, so I might talk about some of those. So let me talk about September. So in the month of September, I read 9 books, which when I got to the end of September, there was one book I was trying to read, and I had to go to my sister's baby shower, so I didn't get a chance to finish that book that day because it ate up my Saturday. So I ended up reading just 9 books instead of 10. I was trying to get to that 10th book, but I didn't. It's okay. And it was a pretty good reading month. I didn't think it was until I looked at my stats. My average star rating was 3.78. So most of my books were 4 stars. There were a couple of, a few 3-star ones, and there was one 5-star book. I gave the second in the Murderbot novellas, I read that one, and I gave that one 5 stars because it's really picking up for me as far as me enjoying that series. The first book was good, but it wasn't exactly what I was expecting. But then the second book just really it was good. That was good for me. And so my total page count though was only 2,647, which I would have liked more, but that's okay. That's totally fine. So that made the average page length, because there weren't that many books, there weren't that many pages, so it was 294, which is just shy. I've been trying to have my average page length for the books that I've read each month to be 300 or more. More, because this year has been about more, right? More pages. And so not as many pages. And I was feeling not great about it until I looked at my September from last year. Last year in September, I only read 6 books. And my averages, all of the numbers were lower. I only read 6 books. My average was 3 stars, so I didn't even enjoy all the books as much. And the total pages was only 1,700, so I read 900 more pages this month in September as opposed to last year in September. So I think, in a way, looking at past data for that month, it made me feel better. And in August, I didn't get a chance to really talk about August, but August was pretty good too. I read 9 books in the month of August, which I had read 9 books the previous August because I looked at last year's data, but I read more pages. So this August of 2023, I read 2,953, so almost 3,000 pages in those 9 books, but and the average page length was 328, which was good. That made me happy. But then last year in August of 2022, I read 9 books, but the total page count was only 2,230 because some of what I read, I think, was short novella style or graphic novels that were not, the volumes were not that long. And so the average page length was only 247. So I was successful in the sense of reading more pages from this year compared to last year. So that was good. So far this month for October, here we are, October the 7th, and I've read 2 books. So if I can read, another, what am I looking at? I want to read maybe at least 8 or 9 more. I want to be double digits, 10 books or more for the month. Then I will be good. And the page count I'd like to keep up. But yeah, so sometimes I feel at the end of the day, I feel so tired and I'm disappointed with myself because I'm not reading as much as I think I should. But then when I look at it, like take a step back and look at the stats, I'm like, yeah, that's great. Actually did a good job with that. So what am I reading right now? I'm reading several books. I finished a book today, actually, because I do try to keep up with like my Kindle books, like trying to read consistently in my Kindle. So I usually finish my day by reading a little in my Kindle. I read all afternoon in my Kindle to try to finish the book that I was in because it was not good. It's part of the Caveman Alien series that is from Callista Sky, which is a lot like if you've read like the Ice Planet Barbarians. It's one of those like smutty type things, and it's problematic, but for me, just like with the Ice Planet Barbarian books, the overarching plot from book to book is what's keeping me coming back. It's not even the smut. It's a smutty series, but it's the sci-fi, like the what's happening next, and because there's like elements that are like really interesting in the world building is what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying it very well, am I? So earlier this week, I stopped by Target and I bought myself a book. So I thought I would show that to you guys. So the book that I picked up is God Killer by Hannah Kanner. It's not super long. I think it's only about 300 pages. I saw someone else talking about it and on a video somewhere, and I really failed to tell you who it was exactly. And I thought, this looks like the fall vibes. And so I picked that up, and I will hopefully pick that up soon. It sounded really interesting. It has to do with like this like fantasy world where there's issue with the gods. The humans and the gods are having like a war, or have had a war, and they have to like, I don't know, the people are still struggling with them and their existence. And so there's still like tension. Okay, and then, so what am I reading currently? So the things that I'm focusing on, I really want to focus on this week to try to get, I'm reading, and I don't have a copy of it in here with me, but I'm reading using the audio and the physical book, Vampires of El Norte by Isabel Cañas. Beautiful. I loved The Hacienda. Like, it had been hyped up so much that I was like, do I need to focus? Like I was kind of nervous. It was like so hyped up, and I thought, oh, I'm going to love this. And then I read it and I did love it. And using the audio with it is because there's so much Spanish language in it. And I love that. Like, I love an author that has like a bilingual sort of perspective and includes those. And she does it unapologetically. And I love that because for me, as a non-bilingual person, I feel like then the onus is on me as far as like, I need to make sure that I'm figuring out the words. So using both the audio and looking at the book, it's like really making sure that I understand it, and I just love it. I think it makes it even more authentic and amazing, and it is excellent. So just like in the title, it suggests like talking about vampires, but it's also got this like angsty, like sort of romantic element because of a misunderstanding, which is not a misunderstanding in the sense that like that trope drives a lot of people crazy, and it often drives me crazy, but like it does it in such a way that it's like, I don't know, like really, like it really makes sense. Like anyway. And so I don't want to say too much because I don't want to be a spoiler for any of those books. Another book that I'm reading and that I really want to try to finish is, and I don't have the book jacket on it because y'all know I strip them naked, but it is How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady Hendrix. I, in one weekend, read half of this book, and then I got so distracted with so many other things that I had not read the other half. And so part of the reason for that is because it's very like spooky, and there's like elements of it that really creep me out. And so I just was like, I don't have time to like deal with like getting too creeped out and maybe not sleeping well or whatever. So I just put it to the side and read other things. But I think we're in October now. I need to just like put on my big girl pants and finish this book. And so I'm going to be working on that a lot this week. And then I also started reading Haunted Hollywood by Tom Ogden. And this is interesting. I love ghost stuff. That's one of the reasons I'm a big Simone St. James fan. And this has like ghost stories, and it's about like ghosty things in Hollywood. The thing that I'm not sure about is each chapter talks about like like the background of it, and then the location of it, and then like the ghostly elements. But the way that the author includes ghostly elements that people have like reported is by making a fictionalized person who encounters the element. And I see what they're doing, and I think I appreciate it, but also I don't know that I do, because it's like, I don't know, like shifting from the nonfiction to sort of the fictional element is a little bit jarring, because like, I don't know about you guys, but when I'm reading nonfiction, my brain is in like nonfiction mode. And then when I read fiction, my brain is in like fiction mode. So whenever I'm reading nonfiction, and then the paragraphs switch over to like this fictional thing of like this rando weird person running into some sort of ghostly element, I don't know. I'm not very far in it. Like you can see from my bookmark, I'm not far in it. So I think I need a few more chapters to decide how I like it. What I suspect is that I won't like it because I don't think that the author has the writing chops to do it. It writes like, the writing style is like you're on like a haunted ghost tour type thing, and you're with like a chatty tour guide, and they're just like, oh my God, you want to know about this place? Here's the stuff that we know. Here's the background on it. And like, but I really do feel like I'm learning. So we'll see. So those are the two books that I'm really focusing on. And on audiobook wise, like I'm also like listening to Vampires of El Norte. And on my Kindle, I'm probably going to shift over to a Frida McFadden book, which is the book that was chosen for this month for the book club, for the book bitches. And I want to just go ahead and read it to make sure that I have it read before the meeting, because I want to be able to talk about it with the other ladies. And so that's what's up with that. So anyway, enough just rambling. I just wanted to check in, kind of talk about my stats. Like, I think that having the opportunity to like take a step back and look at them and not be in my feeling, like look at the statistics and stop being in my feelings really kind of helps. So yeah, like I'm going to finish out the year doing this. And then when we get to the end of the year, I think I'll like reevaluate the system. But anyway, that's my Saturday Bookish chat. And I appreciate you if you're watching my videos. If you think someone else would like my videos, maybe recommend them. That'd be great. If you like this video in particular, please consider liking it. And if you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.